75 Hard, a self-improvement challenge designed to build mental toughness, discipline, and resilience. Every day for 75 days, you are supposed to drink a gallon of water, do 2 45-minute workouts, follow a strict diet, read 10 pages of a book, and take a progress photo at the end of each day. And if you forget to do any of these in a given day, you fail the challenge and have to start over. So for the next 75 days, I will attempt to beat this challenge. We are done with day 1 of 75 Hard. I could not be more excited to actually do this challenge. I know that I woke up super late, so this day was kind of minimal. We didn't have a whole lot of time to get everything done, but we got everything done. From the diet, from drinking water, from reading the book, from doing the workouts. Today was a success, and I'm very happy that I actually ended up doing it today, because going into this, especially last night, I could not sleep. I had a lot of doubt of like, 1, could I even do this? 2, is it really worth the time, given that this is kind of the end of the year? But there's no better time than now to do exactly what you want to do. And so with that being said, I'm very excited. I'm very proud of myself to at least get through something like this. But can we do it for another 74 days? We're going to have to find out. Now, the first week was about setting the tone, building my habits from the ground up, making sure I was going on walks every day, drinking a gallon of water, and eating food that was actually good for me. I even started eating at the table instead of my computer where I usually eat, making a space for my habits. Now, the same thing went for reading, picking up my book no matter the time and read 10 pages every day on the chair. But if I'm being real with you, those first 7 days were completely exhausting. I was eating 2,000 calories a day while doing 2 workouts on top of it, and my body was looking for energy it simply wasn't given. And though I was getting the best sleep of my life, I was still waking up completely drained, while also peeing 3 times a day. And I don't think I made this challenge any easier for myself. And just like that, we have finished 7 days of 75 Hard. Woo! But there's something that I haven't told you yet, that I'm doing in addition to 75 Hard to make this challenge just a smidge harder. 1, I put a screen limit in terms of social media like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I put a 30-minute screen limit, so I could still like scroll if I want to, but my intentionality has to be pure. The other side of it is that there's no phones in bed. And the third thing that I'm doing to really push my mental limit over the course of this 2.5-month challenge is cold showers. By far, it is one of the hardest things to do because 1, it is the last thing that you're basically doing. The last big task that you're supposed to do is take a cold shower. I will complete this challenge. And I know that I will, because I need to check these boxes off every single day. And so with that, Sunday is going to be a very iffy day because I'm inviting the boys over and I'm ordering pizza and I know I gotta follow the strict diet. So we'll see how Sunday goes. But the one thing that I've learned throughout this challenge is that I can't worry about it until it's there, until I actually need to worry about it. 7 days down, 68 more days to go, and I could not be more excited about completing this challenge, even though this might have been one of the hardest weeks of my life. Now look, a night with the boys is great, but a challenge like this doesn't just stop because you want to have fun. Now, I don't drink, so the no alcohol requirement for me is easy, but I could eat a lot of pizza, and having gone 10 days in, I had to ask myself, all the workouts, the reading, the insurmountable amount of water that I drank could all be for nothing if I didn't limit myself eating pizza. And luckily a night like this came early because it taught me the balance of having a diet you have to follow. Now yes, I ate pizza, but I didn't eat 8 slices like I know I could. I ate 4 slices and made sure to be under my 2,000 calorie threshold by the end of the night. And there was a small sense of clarity in a test like this, in knowing that I could still live my life while still having a good time with my friends, but I have to be intentional about it. Because this challenge doesn't pause, so you're in charge of figuring it out. And over the next 2 weeks, I felt like I had found my footing, building a rhythm that felt consistent. Absolutely crushed it. It's been a while. Day 25. So there's still been a few problems with this entire challenge that I'm still struggling with. I have been double checking everything, making sure that I'm reading 10 pages a day because I feel like there are days that just kind of blend together. All of that to say, it has been a logistical nightmare in my brain. But one thing that has definitely cleared up, something that I'm no longer struggling with, I have not felt tired in a very long time. And what's funny about that is because when day 8 came and gone, like day 9, I was like a rejuvenated Jared. I had shed my skin and I had left the tiredness over there. But I've been happy with the body adapting. I need to adapt not only mentally, but also with my surrounding schedule, making sure that I am doing the right things to become a better and healthier me. So with that being said, we're nearly 1/3 of the way done with this challenge, and I could not be excited and more excited for the next 50 days. We finished the book. I'm so excited because this was a great book, fantastic book, and we finished every single page. Now, since I'm doing this at the back end of the year, that meant that there was 3 major holidays. Halloween, which is already passed, Thanksgiving, which is coming up, and then Christmas, the entire month of December. Now, there's 2 things that I learned while I was doing 75 Hard. Just because I'm shopping for 2 to 3 hours doesn't mean that that is considered a workout. A workout has to be its own individual thing. And that leads me to the second thing I learned. Just because I'm doing a workout for 90 minutes, which would equate to 2 45-minute workouts, it only counts as one workout, and then I would have to then do that workout and a separate workout on top of that. And so with some golf workouts and basketball workouts that were really long in length, I still was determined to get every workout that I needed done. And when it comes to Thanksgiving, I was really happy because I felt like I had already been tested on day 10 with boys' night. Thanksgiving was the same environment. I have to eat in moderation and I have to stay within the balance I set for myself. And I think the books that I was reading at the time really helped. When I first picked up Surrounded by Idiots, I needed it at that time. And now when I'm in this gauntlet of Thanksgiving and moving on to December for Christmas, the Motivation Manifesto really helped. It's a book about reclaiming the power that's yours. Not power over anyone else, but the power to go after something you're truly seeking without the permission from anyone else. And I think at this moment of 75 Hard, this was exactly what this looked like. And I don't know if I could have got through the gauntlet without a book like this. For the past few months, I've been really grateful to have the time for this challenge. But December was different. The weather started turning, it started getting cold, and it began to snow and even rain. And with all of that, I was also planning the biggest event of the year on my channel, the 72-hour charity stream. We are going to be starting the 72-hour live stream on December 29th at 2 p.m. And with all of that going on, the challenge was still going through every single day of December. And I don't think I could have picked a better book to read while all of this was going on, because this month was supposed to break me. And luckily, I was reading the book Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, because this book shares every time life was trying to break him and the headspace he needed to be in to get through something he signed up for. Now for me, I was door dashing to make money for Christmas gifts. I was finishing up the last few songs on my album, and I was planning a 72-hour charity stream where I would be finishing up 75 Hard. I also had multiple family Christmas gatherings, and on top of that, my great-grandmother passed away on the 18th. And every single day through it all, I still had to do 2 workouts. I still had to drink a gallon of water. I still had to read 10 pages. I still had to eat within my diet. And I still had to end every single night with a cold shower. And there were days where I didn't know how I was going to fit it all in. Some days I would wake up and go on a walk, come straight home into recording, then making sure I eat, then go to finish another song, read my book, finish another workout. Days where I was exhausted before I even started. But on top of that, I felt like I was thriving. I felt like I was one of those people in the circus on a unicycle on a tightrope trying to balance my way across these last few weeks of this challenge. December was the hardest month of this entire challenge. Not because of the workouts, not because of the diet, but because life was happening at full volume and I still had to find time to show up for myself every single day. And here we are on day 74. The live stream was about to start up, and for the next 72 hours, we would be live streaming raising money for charity. Now, I was supposed to be finishing this challenge on New Year's Eve and then celebrate on New Year's Day, but I happened to start this challenge a day early, so I had to do my last 3 workouts while I was on stream, but I wouldn't want it any other way. And this moment felt a little surreal. Not only because of the situation of doing this on the live stream, but it felt like the end of a chapter. And getting to share this moment of finishing up 75 hard with my fans was surreal. We ended up raising $2,500 for charity, and that feeling of signing off from the stream, it almost felt like a victory lap for the last 75 days of workouts, reading a book, having a strict diet, and the gallons of water I drank. But there's something I have to tell you. On day 66, on December 21st, 2025, while we are at our family Christmas with my aunts, my uncle, and my grandma, my uncle came up to me and asked, "How big is your water bottle?" And I adamantly said it was a gallon water bottle. And he kind of seemed a little hesitant because it didn't really seem like a gallon water bottle, but it could have been a gallon water bottle. And so I looked at the bottom of my water bottle and I saw 64 fluid ounces. And I was like, yeah, it's a gallon water bottle. So he pulls out his phone and looks up how many fluid ounces are in a gallon. And the number was 128. And so for 66 days, I had only been drinking a half gallon of water every single day. I can't say I completed 75 hard. And that's a tough pill to swallow because from the beginning, I thought I was doing the right thing until I realized I didn't do the due diligence that I should have done from the beginning. Now, 75 hard did teach me a lot of things. It taught me when you truly commit to something, your life will rearrange itself around that commitment. The right things surface and the noise falls. It told me a lot about the people I hang out with, how I spent my time, and the habits I was building. They all became crystal clear. And 75 hard for me wasn't about the number on the scale. It wasn't just about changing my body, but it was building the habits and showing myself what I am truly capable of and the things that actually matter. And I'm starting over from day 1.